This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Welcome back to Talladega. Our first caution has come out. The right front tire on the 88 of Justin Allison blows out, actually disintegrates, sending him up into the 52 of Clay Campbell. And the two go spinning across the racetrack. At least the 52 of Clay Campbell spins, goes around. The caution comes out. Clay doesn't hit anything, but he has damage to that driver's side.
Yeah, those cars are racing for about the 16th, 17th spot there. Tough break for Clay Campbell, just minding his own business. Certainly Justin Allison doing a nice job. Right behind the 98 of Mason Mitchell right now, running in the third spot, but absolutely nothing Justin can do about it, and Clay certainly a victim of circumstances.
Those two cars were a lap down.
What a huge break for Grant Enfinger, among others.
3 cars on the outside line really locked together.
Can 3 cars make the move in that outside line and get back toward the front? We've seen 2 cars be able to pass one when they work together, but that's leaving that one hanging out.
Yeah, that was a tough situation. They would have loved to have been able to line up. If the second place car was either third or fourth, then they could have dictated where the guy would line up, but running 1-2 right there, couldn't do it. Scott Sheldon, the Legionnaire, number 20, teammate to the 23 of Spencer Gallagher. Gallagher doing a great job here, running up in the third spot.
Phil, we're inside the final 10 laps of racing from Talladega. In front of the field, it's John West Townley. A year ago, able to go to victory lane at Daytona.
Just last lap. Watch coming off turn 4. Watch that red car right side of your screen. The 20 of Scott Sheldon's going to get into the back of him. Watch this move by Josh Williams. Nice save.
That's why the Arca racing officials continue to tell them bump drafting doesn't work very well for these cars.
They actually don't even allow it in the corners. They can do it down the straightaways, but they do not allow it in the corners.
So they're lined up on the inside. The 25 of Justin Boston on the outside. He's going to fall back some more spots as the 77 was able to get by him.
Yeah, right now Justin Boston is in trouble. Those guys lined up in the inside. They're content to ride there right now for at least a few more laps here, coming down on 8 to go.
We'll see if Tom Hessert in the 77 has a stronger car that can lead that outside line by some of these cars on the inside line. John West Townley hugging the double yellow line in front of this field. Mason Mitchell running second. Spencer Gallagher, Bobby Gerhart, Buster Graham, your top 5.
Great job of Buster Graham running up here in the top 5.
His career best finish 9th in Michigan a year ago, looking to better that today.
How about that 90 car of Grant Enfinger there? He's running in the 6th spot. He has a 6 of Josh Williams behind him. Tom Hessert, the 77, side by side with Josh in the 6th.
Coming up next on Fox Sports 1, or Fox, excuse me, on Fox is qualifying for the Sprint Cup Series. And what an entertaining nationwide series qualifying session we were able to be a part of yesterday. I'm guessing that a lot of the Cup drivers and crew chiefs watched that session, and it will be just as entertaining on Fox after this race.
How about our leader, John West Townley? He was part of that nationwide qualifying session. He actually will be in the nationwide race later on today. Double duty today for John West.
John West Townley trying to not just first win at Talladega in the Arca Racing Series. Jim Trado.
Well, the car that's on the outside line leading this train is Tom Hessert. This is the car he finished 8th with at Daytona and 4th with here at Daytona to start the season. 8th, excuse me, at Talladega a few years back. But this Cunningham Motorsports duo now will get Bobby Gerhart in front of them. The 77 of Hessert and the 22 AM Technical Solutions machine of Austin Wayne Self, their teammates. Those are the 2 cars that have been running the top 10 that changed right side tires back on lap 36. Their only pit stop. However, guys, you can tell me from where you're looking, they may have taken too long to get in this position, racing behind Boston to take advantage of those fresh tires as the inside line appears to be advancing further on them. Their run may be stalled out. Gerhart may be their key to getting forward again.
Bobby Gerhart makes the move. He jumps out of that inside line. He wants to lead the outside line and see if they can get by John West Townley.
Yeah, Tom Hessert right now is in a good spot following Bobby Gerhart, the 22. Austin Wayne Self right behind Hessert. Remember, we talked about last lap passes. 3 of the last 4 years we had a last lap pass here for the win.
Brandon McReynolds a year ago, 3 wide.
4 wide.
4 wide back behind behind our leaders. 4 wide at Talladega. And the move still is working for that outside line. Bobby Gerhart closing the gap now on John West Townley.
Bobby's doing a nice job here. You see the little bit of a gap back to the 25 of Boston. If Boston could catch up to that group, that would help that outside line here. Right now, Bobby's side by side with Mason Mitchell for second.
5 laps of racing to go from Talladega. John West Townley trying to hang on the inside. Bobby Gerhart making the move on the high side.
Yeah, John West doesn't want to put too big a gap between he and Mason Mitchell. That'll give everyone so much momentum when they get to him. You cannot drive away from people here.
What a great story it would be for Bobby Gerhart to get back to victory lane on his 300th start in the Arca Racing Series.
You see Justin Boston now is closed up on the back of Austin Wayne Self. They need to stay in line there. Gerhart's making it happen.
Bobby Gerhart leading that outside line. Inching ever so close now to the lead as they come back by, coming through the tri-oval. Now they'll be side by side for the lead. Bobby Gerhart edging in front of the 15 of John West Townley. Gerhart leading at Talladega. 4 to go.
You don't think that guy doesn't know how to get it done here?
Now, will he move to the bottom of the racetrack? The high line's been working for him. As long as he keeps that 77 of Hessert behind him, Bobby Gerhart now racing out of his rearview mirror.
And how about Justin Boston now is back in contention? A lot of debris on the backstretch over there. Somebody's lost a tire.
Yep, a tire on the backstretch. It was down on below the apron, but a lot of debris over there. I'm sure the Arca Racing officials are looking at that.
We're hearing the Arca officials have told the 22 they've warned him about bump drafting. He must have got against his teammate in the corner.
So Bobby Gerhart out in front, running the higher line. Now the 77 goes to the high side. He'll try to make the pass. It's going to be 3 wide as they come to the stripe with 3 laps of racing to go. Tom Hessert trying to get in front. John West Townley on the bottom of the track. He is in front of this field. 3 to go.
Look at the momentum it gave John West Townley when Tom Hessert pulled to the outside of Gerhart. Now Gerhart stuck in the middle.
Gerhart falling back. He drops all the way back to the 6th spot. Justin Boston on the high side trying to make that 3rd line work. John West Townley back out in front.
3 distinct lines here. Justin Boston is on the outside of the 3 wide battle.
Riding along with Scott Shelton in the 20. And just how crazy it is up in front of him.
2.5 laps to go here. A little less than 2.5 laps.
Sheldon drops down to that inside line right behind Grant Enfinger. Enfinger in the 90, back on the back of that inside line. Now the battle for the lead continues. John West Townley on the inside. Tom Hessert on the outside. Hessert has the help of the 22 of Austin Wayne Self.
Remember teammates, the 77 and the 22 of Cunningham Motorsports.
Way out in front is the 77 of Tom Hessert. He's going to be caught quickly.
Maybe too far in front. He needs to drag the brake a little bit.
Tom Hessert in front of the field. Now he has to choose the line that he wants to protect. The 22 of Austin Wayne Self behind him. They move to the bottom of the track. Here comes Bobby Gerhart in the 5 once again.
Right now they need to watch the mirror, work with their spotters, and if the outside line gets a little bit of momentum, move up a little bit, try to block that outside line.
Coming to the white flag. When they see it,
oh, look at John West.
John West Townley has to go down the racetrack to try to avoid contact.
That moves Mason Mitchell out to the outside. I don't think Mason wanted to be out there. He got shoved out there.
White flag is thrown. 1 lap to go. Tom Hessert in front of the field. Austin Wayne Self running in the 2nd position.
See, John West moves to the outside to try to get a little bit of momentum. He needs some help up there.
John West Townley, just a few laps ago, leading, looked comfortably out in front of this field. Then it was Bobby Gerhart who made the late charge, was able to get out front. Now it's Tom Hessert leading with less than half a lap to go.
John West needs some help. Scott Sheldon's going to try to get to his inside.
4th, the best finish for Tom Hessert ever at Talladega. That happened in 2012. And into the wall goes the Phoenix Air Car. Tom Hessert coming into the tri-oval. The caution's not going to come out. The checkered flag will fly. Tom Hessert wins at Talladega.
Late charge by John West Townley moved him up to 2nd, but what an outstanding job by that 77 of Tom Hessert.
Win number 4 for Tom Hessert. What a run for that team. Austin Wayne Self has to be happy that he was able to help out Tom Hessert in that run to the front.
His first ever super speedway race, just turned 18. See all the damage to Mark Thompson's car.
Mark Thompson smacked the wall hard coming out of turn number 4. Arca officials knew that that was not going to affect the finish of the race. They stayed green, and Tom Hessert was able to see the checkered flag. Again, his 4th career win. His last win was a year ago at Salem.
Tom Hessert restarted 7th on that last restart on lap 64.
Well, that was entertaining.
Yes,
the
it
final
was.
5 laps of that race were incredible. We saw John West Townley leading, and that was taken away from him. Look at what happens here. A little contact by the 6 into Mark Thompson. That sends him back up the racetrack.
Scott Sheldon in the 20 got a piece of that. Justin Boston, the 25, did an outstanding job avoiding that.
That was Josh Williams in the 6 that got into the back of Mark Thompson.
Yeah.
We ride along with Scott Sheldon. Take another look at this.
There's a contact right there. It shoves the 4 of Mark Thompson down into Scott Sheldon's car. Scott does a nice job remaining in control of that car.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.